Welcome to the RedTech Daily Podcast, powered by artificial intelligence. I'm Marguerite Clark, bringing you the latest in radio broadcast and digital audio industries. Today, we're covering Wheatstone's salute to WYSO, NRJ's regional FM license win in Sweden, strong Audiradio results from Italian local radio, Salem Media's acquisition of WaterStone, new in-car listening research from the WorldDAB automotive event, and resilient radio reach according to Rajar. Wheatstone recently highlighted WYSO, a former college radio station in Yellow Springs, Ohio, in its latest newsletter. Comedian Dave Chappelle helped renovate a historic school building to house WYSO's new studios. The project involved SCMS and radio DNA, with Wheatstone LXE consoles and ENCO automation taking center stage. Despite the modern setup, nostalgia remains with Technics turntables and Tascam cassette players, showcasing why radio professionals remain dedicated to the industry. NRJ has secured 20 regional FM licenses in Sweden, following the loss of its national FM license to Aftonbladet Radio. The decision allows NRJ to continue broadcasting across most of Sweden, except for Skåne, where Retro FM holds the license. Richard Meseré, managing director of NRJ Sweden, expressed gratitude for the support from listeners. The licenses, effective from August 1st, will last 8 years. DAB Plus licenses are set to be awarded later this month. New audience figures from Audiradio show that local radio stations in Italy continue to perform strongly. During the first quarter of 2026, these stations reached 29,795,000 listeners on an average day, with local radio being the most listened to in 4 regions. The data, based on 200,000 interviews, highlights the strength and consistent presence of local broadcasters. 8 local stations reported higher daily audiences than at least one national broadcaster, showcasing their competitive edge. Salem Media Group has agreed to be acquired by the Christian Community Foundation, operating as WaterStone, in a deal that will take the company private. WaterStone will purchase all outstanding shares of Salem Media common stock for $1 per share. The transaction is expected to close in August 2026, pending shareholder and regulatory approvals. Salem Media aims to bolster its long-term operations across radio, streaming, podcasting, digital media, television, and publishing through this acquisition. Salem co-founder and board member Edward Atzinger III stated that the company had spent years searching for a successor aligned with its mission. Despite a 3.4% decline in industry advertising revenue, Salem Media reported a 2.8% growth in local radio revenue in the first quarter, excluding recently sold stations. Chief Executive Officer David Santrella emphasized that WaterStone shares Salem's long-term goals, which will help expand the company's mission reach. Richard von Nechten, chairman of Salem Media's board and president at WaterStone, expressed that the agreement is aimed at providing long-term operational stability for Salem. He highlighted the importance of building on what makes Salem unique, ensuring its continued success and influence in the media landscape. This acquisition marks a significant step in Salem Media's strategic direction, reinforcing its position as a leading broadcaster and multimedia company. WorldDAB is set to reveal new international research on in-car radio listening at the WorldDAB automotive event in Frankfurt on June 11th. The 2026 Car Buyers Research by 55 Blue delves into drivers' audio usage, expectations from radio, and how factors like prominence and user experience affect listening habits. A panel with representatives from automotive and broadcasting sectors will discuss the implications for radio's prominence and consumer choices in connected cars. The event will also include updates on the Radio Ready initiative and DAB plus growth, with sessions on developments in Germany, Australia, and Spain. David Fernandez Quijada will introduce WorldDAB's Public Policy Toolbox, emphasizing broadcast radio's role in connected environments. Another panel will explore broadcast infrastructure investment for automotive ecosystem stability. Jacqueline Bierhorst, WorldDAB president, highlighted radio's importance as a trusted medium, especially in cars. Rajar, the United Kingdom's official radio measurement body, has released its first quarter 2026 listening figures. They highlight a stable radio market with continued growth in digital listening. Global remains the UK's largest commercial radio group by share in hours, while Bauer Media Audio and the BBC also report gains. Notably, 87% of the UK population tuned into radio weekly, with digital platforms like DAB and smart speakers playing a significant role. The data shows 50.6 million adults listen to radio weekly, with commercial radio reaching 39.2 million listeners and the BBC at 31.3 million. Digital listening accounted for 76% of all listening hours. DAB platforms dominate digital listening, covering 43% of all radio listening. The figures underscore radio's resilience in a competitive audio landscape and the growing importance of connected platforms like in-car and smart speakers. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of RedTech Daily Podcast, powered by artificial intelligence. I'm Marguerite Clark. To read the full articles and more, visit us at redtech.pro. We'll catch you on the next broadcast.